Hola guys and girls, and welcome to GBA Week 7 Team Builder. The Borussia Donphan are up versus the Detroit Steelwings, coached by none other than CrimsonCBad. So, we do have some history with each other. I don't quite remember, it was definitely only one game, and I think I won that. And I think it was back in Season 5, so it was way back. We both changed the player. Crimson even took a season break, then he came back. And yeah, he doesn't have the best season so far, but he definitely can overlook some threats on his team. We don't want to lose this game and end up 4-3. Going 5-2, or the halfway point of the season would be awesome going into the playoff race. So I'm definitely looking for a win in this match. But for that, of course, I have to defeat Crimson and his team, which I'm gonna go over real quick. He got the Jirachi, the Suicune, Thunderous Eye, the Mega Beedrill, Donphan, Cofagrigus, Infernape, Volibee, Lycanroc, Dusk, Tangela, and Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan and the Thunderous Eye being his Z-move user. So, biggest threats on his team, without the doubt, the Thunderous Eye. Thunderous Eye is the #1 way. Here, let's see my hand outside the screen. That's how high tier threat it is. It's insane. Funny Eye was definitely the biggest threat I had to look out for. Then other threats on his team are, of course, stuff like the Infernape, the Jirachi, which are very versatile. Infernape more in an offensive sense, Jirachi more can go defensive as well. I definitely expect him to bring like more of a maybe Assault Vest, maybe Scarf, maybe Split Def Jirachi. These are the 3 sets I see him bringing on Jirachi. Like, Jirachi is like similar to Mew in the case that it has a lot of sets it can run, but seeing that it's only Steel type, it's basically the best check to my cure. And so it's either Assault Vest, so you can take the Ice Beams and Earth Powers, so that's special defenses, so you can take the Ice Beams and Earth Powers, Dragon attacks either way, of course. Or it's just gonna be Scarf too, like Revenge Kill Me and do the flinch shenanigans. The Infernape is a bit more iffy. Tapu Fini deals with most sets. It could be physical with Gang Shot and stuff like that, so I have to look out for that. Infernape could be a big problem, but I can easier revenge it than Thunderous, because Infernape is a bit slower, and actually the bit slower is very important in my team. And yeah, other threats. Mega Beedrill does one thing, it's adaptability. It doesn't have the greatest moveset as U-Turn, Poison Jab, Run, Knockoff, Fell Stinger maybe, but yeah, Mega Beedrill, of course, a big threat as well. I have a decent amount of checks to it, but once they die, Mega Beedrill can get annoying. But other than that, it's like very predictable in what it's gonna do. And then defensive-wise, annoying are the Kofag, the Donphan, and the Jirachi potentially, depending what it is. The Kangaskhan actually as well, and the Suicune. Suicune, I actually don't sure if it would bring Suicune, because I have so many things to choose. Suicune, be it the Lurantis, be it the Mega Manectric, be it the Tapu Fini, be it the Kyurem. So many stuff which can potentially even set up on Suicune. So I'm not actually sure if he would bring that. Donphan, of course, is annoying for a Mega Manectric, so because I can't vote freely on him. If he doesn't bring Donphan, that would be awesome, but I don't think that will happen. And yeah, Kangaskhan is a bit annoying for my Gengar. But you see, I'm gonna bring Focus Blast. I would have to run that if I want to do like good amount of damage to it, because it's probably gonna use to death or even Assault and stuff like that. It has Scrappy, so even though it can hit me with normal stabs, even though I'm a Ghost type. But yeah, Volibee, Tangela, and I mean Volibee and Tangela and Lycanroc Dust. These are like the ones I'm not too afraid of, because Lycanroc Dust, like the mons which check Mega Beat, check Lycanroc Dust kinda as well. So I'm not too afraid of that. If he brings that, I have to deal most of the time with it in-game, because before game prep is not the biggest version, same Volibee and Tangela. But yeah, I think I have the tools to beat those. Like I said, Thunderous Eye, way up. I can't stretch further. They up there, and then we have the other stuff. Like on a bit higher than my eyes, but still I can see them, I can check them. But Thunderous Eye is like, oh, it's annoying to deal with. Way too fast, way too much coverage. And it's Z Captain. I'm definitely not expecting Z Kangaskhan. There's going to be a Z Fundy on the team. And if not, I'm going to be upset. But either way, that is his team now going over mine. First up, we got, of course not Lurantis, we got Mega Manectric right here with Lightning Rod. This time, last few games I always got static, because the opponent had a Trace user or Ditto. And I don't want them to be like Lightning Rod and they switch into me, and then I can't go for electric attacks. But this time, he doesn't have that, and having an electric immunity for the Thunder is always great. Pretty straightforward, that Thunderbolt roll switching power is always not too much to talk about. Like enough speed to outspeed the max speed Thunder is. I can't outspeed Beedrill, of course. Then to mid Mega Evolve, great stabs, hit power so you don't van, overweight for the Jirachi, and then electric type attacks. So yeah, overweight hits the Tangela, of course, as well. And yeah. Not too much to talk about. It's faster than Thunderous. That is important. That's why it's on this team. I had Toxic before over Hidden Power Ice on this, so I can deal with the what you call it, deal with the Donphan. But I think Hidden Power Ice is better because, other than having overtime, because if he brings Donphan, Donphan is really not a mon you have like in for a lot of turns. So wearing down with Toxic is usually not as effective as wearing down with Hidden Power Ice repeatedly. So that's why I decided over Hidden Power Ice, because Donphan is not the most specially bulky. It's not like a Hippowdon last time where it has a rapid recovery. It's very bulky on the special side because it's huge HP stat. Donphan is like a smaller Hippowdon, but it has rapid spin, so it's in that case scenario it's better, I guess. But that's why I don't need Toxic, and Hidden Power Ice should be enough. Of course, if he's a Sword Test with Splidef, I want like 2-hit KO or OHKO him, but bearing down Hidden Power Ice is going to be easier than bearing down Toxic. Next up, we got our Jeff right here with the Chocolate Berry, a very fancy spread. I was so close. I wanted so badly to have EVs right here, so I have EVs in every stat, but it just didn't make sense. Like if I put, if I reduce here by 12, so right here, then boom, I have 4 left, and these 4 left don't do anything anyway. I put it here, stat doesn't change, do it here, stat doesn't change. 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 So it would be just for the meme of having EVs in every stat, and yeah, that's something for the last game maybe, but not right here. So sadly, no EVs in defense. But yeah, whatever. This is Kyurem Black. Let me talk about the set. So attack-wise, Ice Beam, Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, and Roost. Here's the Chocolate Berry. Chocolate Berry, of course, is there for the fighting attacks of Thunderous mainly, and potentially the Infernape, depending on how I dealt with the Infernape. Kyurem Black, of course, is one of my electric resists. I got the Manectric as well, but the problem is that the 2 main electric resists I have, or 2 very big electric resists I have, are the Crocodile and the Kyurem, which are both weak to fighting. So I'm like so sure, not so sure that it's gonna be a Z Focus Blast or Z Superpower if you want to bring a physical variant, or you might even be physical without Z Superpower, because Superpower always hits. So I'm very sure there's gonna be a Focus Blast or Superpower on this Thunderous. So this is Crocodile and my Kyurem Black. There's a short barrier right here to surprise me with that. The special attack investment is actually there, so I can OHKO a Thunderous with Ice Beam 100% of the time. And then I have enough speed for no speed Jirachi, which allows me to put a lot in HP and a lot in attack as well. Because this, like you can see, 180 Adamant with the Shadow Claw, I 2-hit KO a max HP Jirachi. So if he's max Splidef or Salt is max HP, I 2-hit KO him with Shadow Claw. And I have Dragon Claw as last move. At first I had Earth Power there for like stuff like Infernape and I think mainly Infernape. Mainly Infernape, because Jirachi already did Shadow Claw. Yeah, and the Earth Fusion Bolt for the Suicune, but Suicune have other answers, and I decided Dragon Claw is better, because if I had Earth Power there, I could have potentially be walled by Splidef, what you call Kangaskhan, because of course Ice Beam, Earth Power, both special attacks won't be doing too much to Splidef Kangaskhan, and he's immune to Shadow Claw. So I decided other physical attack, and the best physical attack I can give it, other than Outrage, is basically Dragon Claw. So as long as the Terrain is not up, Dragon Claw is a very nice attack. Click versus him. Other than that, Shadow Claw is of course the better physical attack, or Ice Beam, overall being stabbed. And then Roost for recovery. Because it's so bulky, because I have so little HP left, because it didn't really make sense with his team. Because his bulk is very slow, and his offense is pretty fast. So I only need to hit like the space in between, where I outspeed like a no-speed Jirachi, so I speed like as well a no-speed Suicune or a little invested Suicune. The monsters of Beam are Thunderous, Mega Beedrill, Infernape, and the Lycanroc Dusk. The rest I should outspeed. Kangaskhan could potentially outspeed me if it's massively speed investment, but I actually don't think so that he would bring in speed invested Kangaskhan. Because looking at my team, I don't think Kangaskhan is like an offensive Kangaskhan makes sense. Like I said, Splidef makes sense, but I don't think an offensive would be there. That's why Kyurem Black could allow it to be very offensive, like in both sets, and very bulky with 164 HP investment. That's why I have Roost right here, because like you saw in last game, where this Kyurem Black 1v1 the Celebi, even though it was like not offensive, just had a good amount of HP investment, this thing can as well Roost on a lot of stuff which don't quit go, or be Donphan, Earthquake, speed the Thunderous if it doesn't have Focus Blast for some reason and stuff like that. So yeah, that's Kyurem Black for you. Next up we got Walnut, the Tapu Fini Reserve, Nature's Madness, Taunt, and Defog. This thing is mainly right here for the Infernape. So I can check that. I have enough speed to outspeed. Is it the same speed as Kyurem? Yes, same speed. No speed. Jirachi with Taunt, Nature's Madness, Surf, and Defog. Taunt, Nature's Madness is basically there to 1v1 the Suicune, but need to Defog Hazards, of course, and then Surf is my main stat, because he doesn't have very good water switches. His best water switch is the Suicune and the Tangela. Tangela I don't think is coming. I had a first knockoff on this for the Tangela, but then I thought I'd put Taunt so I can beat Suicune, I can beat Splidef, Jirachi, all this good stuff. I can taunt Kofax and taunt I don't know, the Kangaskhan for not wishing, the Wallaby, all this good stuff. So yeah, and then Nature's Madness, I can basically hit the Suicune with and beat that. Other than that, Jirachi, neutral Surf, Fundy, neutral Surf, Mega Me, neutral Surf, Donphan super effective, Kofax neutral, and very super effective, Wallaby, neutral, Lycanroc super effective, Kangaskhan, neutral. So yeah, he doesn't really deal well with water, so I don't actually need Fairy Step versus this team. Otherwise, the Jirachi would be way too good to switch in. If I can click Surf on it matters more often, I can red on Jirachi, which opens the door for Black for some wall breaking and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, let's start with Ini. Just a dual type, he deals with Infernape very well. I have to look out for Gang Shot. And if he's a setup there with Gang Shot, that could be annoying. Then I would have to rely on my faster monster Revenge Kill it, because Tapu Fini actually does not take a +2 Life Orb Gang Shot from Infernape with this strat. Without the Life Orb, it's a roll, but with the Life Orb, it's a guaranteed KO. So yeah, I have to look out for that. But if he doesn't, like, he's definitely gonna have Gang Shot otherwise. Or like, if he brings Infernape, he's gonna have Gang Shot, or he's not coming. That's basically the thing. So I have to look out with switching Tapu Fini in 2 freely versus it. I am thinking about changing this to Cabia Berry just to be safer. And actually might do that in the game. I will tell you before the match what I decided on, but yeah, that's basically Tapu Fini here. Mainly that's on Infernape, because the rest of my team it doesn't like Infernape if Tapu Fini is gone. Next up, we have Choice Scarf, Gengar, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Trick. Max speed, max special attack. I need the max speed to outspeed max speed Infernape. I basically am faster than this whole team, barring a Scarf Thunderous. The rest are speed. Scarf is slower than me, Mega Vitra is slower than me, and this is my premier Revenge Killer on the team. Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt is the main coverage I need versus this team. I hit a lot of the things with Ghost attacks, the rest is electric. And then at first I had Focus Blast over Sludge Bomb, but if I don't have Sludge Bomb, my damage I do to Revenge Kill the Thunderous is too little. I think Sludge Bomb is a very nice move to spam versus team, because you're not switching in the Jirachi on me because Shadow Ball and it's dead. So, and I Sludge Bomb over Sludge Wave just because of the 30% poison. Because I switch into Gengar, like I said, are the Kangaskhan, are the Vullaby potentially, are the, I don't know, Suicune potentially, and getting a poison on those is very nice. Sludge Bomb is not doing too much compared to the Sludge Wave, but having the basically triple the chance of getting the poison versus them is going to be very cool. It's basically a Scald Burn chance, and having poison on those is going to help a lot. And then Shadow Ball overall to spam versus team if Kangaskhan is dead or not there, and then Thunderbolt for stuff like the Vullaby, stuff like the Suicune. So overall very nice. And I have Trick right there in case I don't need the Scarf anymore, and I can Trick like the Scarf to the Kangaskhan or something, anything else basically. Just if I want to be able to switch up moves, basically. If I identified that the Infernape is not Scarf, and the Thunderous is dead, the Beater is dead or dealt with, then I can trigger a Scarf, be able to switch up moves, and be a bigger threat to his team overall. But yeah, that is Gengar for you. Next up, we got Cabra, the physically defensive value with Sacred Sword, Iron Head, Taunt, and Stealth Rock. This thing is my main answer to the Beater, of course. I have this little attack investment because that does KO Beedrill after Rocky Helmet with Iron Head, so that's why I have that. Then I have Stealth Rock because I want Stealth Rocks on the team. Sacred Sword over Close Combat because I could see this being able to 1v1 Jirachi with Taunt, even if he has Wish and stuff like that. And then in that scenario, I don't want the drops on Close Combat because then his attacks would be doing too much to me. I'd rather have Taunt and Sacred Sword to deal with it. And even if he Scarf and spams Iron Head, this is the mod I can switch into and he basically kills himself because Iron Head's not doing much to me. So even if he wants to flinch me down, Cobalion and even Mega Magnetric kind of deal with that. And like I said, this is mainly there for the Beedrill, being a switch in, U-turn, Poison Jet, Poison Jet of course doing nothing, U-turn is quad resisted. Drill Run does not tweet KO me with this spread, so that is nice as well. And yeah, then I have Taunt. It helps with Jirachi variant, it helps with Kofax so he can't like Will-O-Wisp me, because the Kofax is a good switch into me with having Sacred Sword and Iron Head. And yeah, that's basically the Cobalion for you. Like I said, mainly definitely a Beedrill. Sacred Sword. I want to have a fighting step. Before I had Toxic, Iron Head, Taunt, and Stealth because Toxic deals better with the Kofax. But I want to have one fighting move at least on the team in case the Kangaskhan is there. And if I have Toxic over Sacred Sword, I wouldn't be able to deal enough damage to it. So yeah, that's Cobalion for you. Next up, and last but not least, we got the Lurantis in Assault the Standard Leaf Storm, Hidden Power, Rock, Knockoff, and Giga Drain. Enough speed to outspeed and no speed Donphan. And this Def and HP investment allows me to not be too hit KO'd by a Sludge Wave from Thunderous, or in other words, I take a +2 Sludge Wave from it once it goes for Nasty Blow, and I can celebrate with Hidden Power Rock, and the important part is with Hidden Power Rock, once it hits you effectively, without a boost, of course not OHKOing it, and with +2, it's not OHKOing it as well, barring I got Rock's damage on it beforehand, but it brings him in range of dying to Gengar. That's basically the main reason, because he basically needs 3 moves to deal with my team. He needs Electric, he needs Poison, Ice, Flying for my Lurantis, and Fighting. And that means he only has one setup move. If it's a speed-wising, speed boosting move like Agility, then he can't kill my Kyurem through the Chocolate Berry, he can't kill my Manectric in one hit, he can't kill this in one hit, and then I can just basically range kill that way. If it's a attack boosting move like Nasty Plot or Bulk Up, something like that, then I can range kill with my faster ones and basically this taking a hit. The main thing, I have this on a team other than Crocodile. On the first team building process I had Crocodile right there, but once I had Crocodile, basically he had no reason not to take Focus Blast versus Kyurem and my Crocodile. It's like way too easily predictable that my two main Electric because Manectric of course not being the very bulky, I had a Spadef Crocodile on the team, on Assault S even. But spamming fighting attacks was just way too easy with my team, even if I had Gengar. Like, it had way too easy time, so I wanted him to force him to make some predictions that he has. Like, sometimes he has got Sledge Wave or Hidden Power Ice, depending on what he prefers. And his electric attacks with my Lurantis right here. Then I have Knockoff just for utility and, of course, hitting the Drive selectively. If it's an Assault Star, I can get rid of that. If it's Scarf, I can get rid of that. And then leaves off Hidden Power Rocky Rain just for overall damage and recovery. Like I said, enough speed for the Donphan, and then both for that and the rest and special attack with a modest nature. Knockoff, like I said, not really bad for damage. It does a decent amount of damage, 112 is still a decent attack stat. But mainly there for the Jirachi and overall utility, getting rid of items. Other than that, you don't have to worry about these right here. They are all going to be bottle capped, so even though these EVs might not make sense with this IVs, they are there, they're all gonna 31. Same with my good boy, like HPs are not brother. God damn it. IVs are not a problem anymore because of the bottle cap with hidden power, so yeah, this is gonna stay 0 of course for foul play damage and stuff like that. But yeah, that is my team. Let me know what you think about the team. Who's gonna be the MVP of the squad? How do you think the game will go? Upload, it will be of course tomorrow on mine and Crimson's channel, so his channel link will be in the description so you can check that out. But yeah, that is all from me. I wish you a tour of the match. See you there.